We welcome you inside Mahtomedi High School for a top 10 girls soccer matchup this evening with White Bear Lake making the trip around the lake to take on Mahtomedi here at Mahtomedi High School. Good evening, everybody. I'm Patrick Lilia, jumping right into the game, which is just getting underway. Lengthy pushback in the start time due to the boys' game going into overtime, won by the Mahtomedi boys by a score of 3-2. I am Patrick Lilia on behalf of our entire SEC crew. Mahtomedi in the home navy and White Bear Lake in the road white with the orange numbers. White Bear Lake will boot it from in front of their own goal toward the midfield stripe. It's knocked down, played ahead nicely by the Bears into the defensive zone of the Zephyrs. Nicole Moore, the one pushing it ahead. Starting goalkeeper for the Zephyrs, Paige Jansen, kicking it off toward the far side boundary. Beautiful night for soccer, game time temperatures in the mid-70s. Nice light breeze, just an absolutely beautiful evening to be outdoors. Late afternoon clouds have blown overhead, so little but blue skies above as the sun sets off in the distance. Just underway here at Mahtomedi High School. A little over a minute into the game, White Bear with an early corner opportunity. Alexis Smith setting up on the far side. Knocked down in front, dangerously in front of the net and kicked off past the near side boundary. White Bear Lake with some good pressure early on. As a throw-in coming from Jordan Schmidl. Schmidl battling forward in the near side corner, able to get it off on the far side boundary. As the Zephyrs will set up in front of their own goal. Jansen will get set to boot it away. 2 minutes gone by here in the first half. Two teams who did not meet last year due to the juggled scheduling. But a lot of good matchups between these two teams in recent years, and we expect another good matchup tonight with both teams coming in the top 10. The Zephyrs for the first time able to push it deep and then nicely taken away by White Bear Lake as they will quickly advance it back into Mahtomedi territory as the whistle blows. Some contact just past the midfield line. The Bears will set up for a free kick. The Bears driving it, knocked down in front of the Zephyr net, played off toward the near side boundary. Sent ahead by Schmidl in the direction of the net. Zephyrs able to gain control in front of their net, played off toward the far side boundary. Kayla Ock was one of those down there for the Zephyrs in the middle. The Bears able to maintain possession in the attacking zone in the early going. As you see the last meeting, a little over 2 years ago. White Bear Lake winning that game 2-1. Scoreless in the early going. White Bear Lake with the good offensive momentum thus far. For those of you just joining us. Nice job by the Bears again. Kendall Cragen. The Zephyrs will kick it away from in front of their own goal. Savannah Stockness sends it off into the twilight hours. Zephyrs playing it down along the near side boundary. It's Ock able to get it toward the middle of the field. Bears regain possession with Alexis Smith. The Bears will get it off toward the far side boundary. Excuse me. Bears will take possession back on the throw-in. The Bears continuing to keep the ball in the Mahtomedi end. 5 minutes into the game. Bears have had one corner opportunity thus far. Long throw in toward the net, knocked down in front, still loose as it'll squirt behind the Zephyr net. Bears will have another corner opportunity coming out of it. Smith sending it toward the net. Is headed, just pushed wide. The Zephyrs able to clear it out of danger. Zephyrs working it toward midfield. A.J. Lafreniere. Ball sent down deep into the Bears zone where it's kicked away by Autumn Mackey. Bears again able to reset with it at the midfield stripe. Smith able to gain control for the Bears just across the midline. Zephyrs able to clear it out deep into the Bears end where it's kicked back toward Mackey. Mackey will play it with her feet and send it back toward the midfield line. Battled for on the far side boundary. Bears again able to gain possession of it. Worked ahead by Simonik for White Bear Lake. She's knocked off the ball. Bears quickly able to work it ahead. A pushed in on goal. Jansen scoops it up off the carpet here at Mahtomedi High School. Just over 7 minutes now into the game. The Zephyrs will set up on defense in their own end, but pressure from White Bear able to regain possession of it in the attacking end. Nice job working through the middle and then sending it just wide of the net on the shot. It's a good look for Lauren Eckerly of the Bears. The Bears continue to have the offensive advantage thus far. Eckerly with a good look at it, pushed it wide of the net.
Zephyr substitution, number 10, Umschmidt.
Smith working her way through the middle. Dropping it off towards Sydney Johnson on the near side. Johnson has it taken away from behind by Campbell Walsberger. Bears again able to maintain it. A shot on goal. Picked up on one hop by Jansen. Bears continuing to dictate play in the Mahtomedi end. The Bears again will be able to generate a takeaway. Sent in the direction of the net, a little bit too long. Good defense from the Zephyrs. Another early corner opportunity coming up for the Bears. Headed again, hit the crossbar, but on the rebound, the Bears were able to punch it in for the early goal. So the Bears, who have put together a lot of good offensive pressure in the early going, get the goal from Eckerly. Bounced off of the sidebar, but Eckerly was there to clean it up.
For the Bears, number 19, Abby O'Brien.
Actually, give credit for the goal to Abby O'Brien, but nonetheless, it's 1-0 White Bear Lake coming in the 9th minute of the game.
A.J. Lafreniere and number 16, Emily Metzel.
the Bears, who have pretty much dictated play in the Mahtomedi end, had numerous early corner opportunities, and the third corner opportunity is the charm for White Bear Lake as O'Brien comes up with the goal, and the Bears have a 1-0 lead. Maki sends it into the night. Whistle blows as it was battled for at the midfield stripe. Zephyrs quickly wanting to get going off the free kick opportunity as we hit the 10-minute mark of the first half. Zephyrs, who have yet to really control the ball for any meaningful length of time thus far in the game, looking to change that right here. Dribbled toward the net, nice job working it through, and a great save on the back door. Just trying to squeeze it through with the left foot for the Zephyrs. But Mackey comes up with the big save. Kaiten Buki, who was working her way in on goal, has tried to sneak that through with the left foot. The sliding save, though, by the goaltender, Mackey, keeping it a 1-0 lead for the White Bear Lake Bears. Zephyrs generating their best offensive pressure of the game thus far as it works free in the middle, but unable to get him enough on it was Lily Lindquist. Lindquist had a chance at a shot, but might have tripped just a little bit. Wasn't able to get anything on the attempt. Waldsberger able to knock it down, hold it in the White Bear Lake end. Waldsberger battling along the near side boundary with Johnson. Able to center it for Lindquist. The Annabelle Hillstrom, part of that contact there, and a penalty kick will come up here for the Zephyrs, as they said that foul happened in the box. Hillstrom will get the penalty attempt. Hillstrom able to bury it in the back left corner, and this game is tied at 1. Well, Hillstrom draws the penalty in the box. And the Zephyrs have tied the game at 1. That coming in the 13th minute.
Scoring for the Zephyrs, number 11, Annabelle Hillstrom. And for the Bears, number 12, Amon, and number 21, Cragen.
The Bears, who have had a lot of success in the Mahtomedi end thus far, will work it back into the Zephyr side of the field. Slowed down by Johnson. Johnson on the near boundary. We're just over 13 minutes now into the game. White Bear Lake 1 and Mahtomedi 1. Abby O'Brien with the goal for White Bear Lake. And then a few minutes later, The penalty shot for Hillstrom ties it up at 1. Johnson trying to center it through. Played back across the midfield line, but the Bears able to regain possession of it. Comes back to the center of the field. Great job by the Zephyrs. Little bit of contact, and the Bears able to put the ball back. As you see the scoring summary, Hillstrom coming in the 12th minute. Bears will quickly be able to work it back into the Zephyr end. Nice block by Stockness, getting in the way of that centering attempt. Centered in front of the net, dribbles loose. It's able to be picked up by Jansen. Just past the 15-minute mark of this first half. Bears again, mostly controlling play deep in the Mahtomedi end.
Zephyr substitutions, number 5, Coy, number 14, Holst, number 15, Ott, and number 20, McCleary.
We expected a tight game tonight, and thus far we are well on our way to having another great battle between these two. Mentioned both teams in the top 10 coming in. Mahtomedi ranked number 3, White Bear Lake ranked number 10. Zephyrs working back across midfield, but unable to keep it in play. Bears send it along the near boundary. Zephyrs regain in their own end. Nice job by Walsberger. Walsberger tries to center it. The Bears able to head it back toward midfield, but the Zephyrs to play it back deep into the White Bear Lake end. Smith was unable to knock it down. That allows the Zephyrs to send it back deep into the Bears end. Zephyrs have slowly been able to flip the field from the early going when White Bear Lake spent the bulk of the first 10 minutes of the match in the Mahtomedi end, got the early goal out of it. Centering in front, the Bears not able to get a lot on the kick. That allowed it to be blocked even before it got through to the goaltender, Jansen.
Bears substitution, number 28, Malloy, and number 42, Zimmerman.
Malloy checking in for the Bears for the first time. Zephyrs able to pick it off as it was headed toward the near boundary, get it back across midfield. Job by the Zephyrs, but unable to keep it in play. Trying to spring Kate Holst along the near boundary. Zephyrs off the free kick from Lafreniere. We approach the midpoint of the first half. Bears got the early goal from O'Brien off the corner kick. First shot hit the sidebar. Came free for O'Brien in the scrum to clean it up. And then on a penalty shot for the Zephyrs, it was Annabelle Hillstrom tying the game at 1. Zephyrs looking to set up in the offensive zone. It's played ahead by Cecilia Emery. Zephyrs able to knock it down on the far boundary, trying to clear it out of their end. And now the Bears back in the offensive territory, trying to squeeze this one through. Played nicely along the boundary by Lindquist. Jansen will try to work it through the middle. Now the Zephyrs will work it along the far boundary. Nice setup. That allows the Zephyrs to gain the offensive zone. Buxel trying to get it deep into the Bears' end, but the Bears able to clear it back out. Whistle blows as a foul right at about midfield. Well, the Bears will have a free kick. Bears send it toward the net as it's headed out. free in front. Battled for there, is still loose. Now the Zephyrs will play it down toward the near side. And it will stay with the Bears.
Bears substitutions, number 7, Highland, and number 13, Bachmeyer. Zephyr substitution, number 2, Berry.
Throw coming from Amon. Amon will drop it off onto the near side into the field of play. The Zephyrs will try to clear it out. Frenier will be able to clear it across midfield. Game has kind of slowed down a bit from the fast and furious action of maybe the first about 15 minutes of the game. Bears spent a lot of time in the Zephyr end early on, but Mahtomedi's defense has strengthened as the first half has gone along. Bears will be able to get it deep into the Mahtomedi end. The Zephyrs will work it from in front of their goal. Laying it ahead for Kate Holst. Bears again looking to set up in the offensive end. Good defense though from the Zephyrs. They will work it all the way back down into the Bears end, and the Bears will be forced to set up from deep in their own end. Jansen will scoop up this gentle roller.
Fresh legs for the Zephyrs are number 9, Bjelke, number 11, Hillstrom, number 13,
Dave Wald in his 16th season as Mahtomedi head coach.
Number 19, Walsberger.
I think if I understood correctly, a math teacher here at Mahtomedi High School. Bears dropping it deep into the Zephyr end, into the near corner. The Bears will have a corner opportunity. They had a number of those in the very early going. One of them, the third one, leading to the White Bear Lake goal. Now Smith from the near corner. Sends it a little bit too far this time as it's played out the back end. We're glad you're with us on this beautiful evening. It's a 1-1 game between two of the top teams in Minnesota. Shot sent wide of the net from mid-range. Jansen will just drop it off. And the Zephyrs will attempt to advance from deep in their own end as it'll come out along the near boundary.
I got two here. Somebody's got to watch the other one. Claire, if you want her, you got to step with her.
Both teams have definitely made some nice adjustments. White Bear Lake spent a lot of time in the offensive end early, but the Zephyrs have adjusted nicely defensively. Zephyrs following the penalty shot goal haven't really had much action in the offensive zone. Bears not getting a lot on that shot as it was blocked in front. A couple of players getting tangled up on the far side. The aforementioned Hillstrom and Kendall Cragen, the two getting tangled. We're past the 30-minute mark of the first half. Bears send the free kick toward the net, caught out of the air by Jansen. The Zephyrs will quickly look to advance, taking advantage of the, as it's kicked ahead into the Bears zone. There's no whistle for that contact. Working her way through the middle was Lafreniere. Zephyrs work the ball toward the near boundary. Both goals coming in the first 12 minutes of the game. Haven't had any good scoring opportunities since then. The Bears speed their way back into the offensive zone. Good defense again by the Zephyrs. Bears work it down toward the near side. It comes in toward the corner. And I will say it was out off of White Bear Lake, so Jansen will get the opportunity here for the Zephyrs, and once again she'll just go the short route. Bears applying some pressure, trying to force a mistake deep in the Zephyr end. Zephyrs send it off toward the far side in the Bears end, where it's picked up by Mackey. Zephyrs setting up in the offensive zone, trying to center it as it's cleaned out by the Bears. It's still battled for on the near side. The whistle blows. It looked like the Zephyrs are going to come away with it. But the ball will go over to White Bear Lake. Zephyrs able to head it back toward midfield. Nice work getting it down on the near boundary as it's able to be kept in by the Zephyrs, it looked like, but the official says not so much. Zephyrs at midfield. Zephyrs able to throw it in on the far side boundary in the White Bear Lake end. Bears trying to clear. They get it toward the midfield stripe. Mackey picks it up off the turf. Zephyrs back with it in their own end as the first half starts to wind down a little bit. Good play from the Bears to generate the turnover. And an important throw in from Amon as she just drops it off on the near side. Amon sends it toward the net. Zephyrs will knock it down in front of their net. Bears trying to work it ahead back toward the Zephyr end. The Zephyrs will set up with it in their own zone. Knocked down at midfield by Malloy. Becca Smith trying to center for the Bears as it will work its way past the end boundary. Fifth corner opportunity of this first half for the Bears. The Zephyrs have yet to have one. Most of those corner chances came in the very early going. Comes free in the middle. Zephyrs able to block it in front of their net. Amon puts it on goal and snagged out of the air by the goaltender Jansen. Zephyrs looking to push the tempo. Ball coming free. And then a shot. Beautiful bend just over the right hand of the goaltender Mackey, and it's a goal to put the Zephyrs on top from Audrey Berry. Berry with beautiful arc to bend that one over the goaltender's hand. And the Zephyrs have their first lead with 1:07 to go in the first half.
Scoring for the Zephyrs, number 2, Audrey Berry.
That comes in the 39th minute.
1 minute.
We are now under 1 minute to play in the first half. A big goal for the Zephyrs. Puts them on top. Zephyrs have not had a lot of chances in the offensive zone, but they've made the most of the couple of notable opportunities they've had. The penalty kick goal that tied the game up at 1. That coming in the 12th minute from Hillstrom. Now the goal in the 39th minute from Berry gives the Zephyrs the lead.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and
That will
1.
bring an exciting first half to an end. White Bear
Just a
Lake
reminder that our concession stand
with
is
a
open.
lot
Go
of
get yourself
opportunities
a
in the offensive
delicious
zone, but the
beverage,
Zephyrs tightened up defensively.
popcorn.
And as we said, the Zephyrs didn't have a lot of opportunities in the offensive zone, but they made them count when they did. They get the goal on the penalty shot and then the goal right before the halftime intermission, and the Zephyrs will take a 2-1 lead into halftime. We'll be right back.
There is a road laid out for me.
Boxes everywhere. And this is gonna be Addie's room.
I am blind,
You really like it.
I hope so. Yeah. I know this road is there for me. There is a long way.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
The way it's down by the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
I got this.
I know this road is there for me.
Okay.
If I'm really free, take me down to the river and wash me.
COVID-19 has changed how we hang with our girls. Now it's time to take the first step that lets us get back to girls tripping instead of solo sipping. Before we can safely come together, we need the facts. As COVID-19 vaccines become available, you may have questions.
Should I get it? Is it safe?
Should I wait?
It's smart to question. Now get the facts at getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision when vaccines are available to you.
Every day.
Millions of people are connecting.
And even though we're overcoming obstacles,
Watching each other's backs,
And banding together.
we should still make an effort.
We should still make an
to
effort.
get to know each other,
on a deeper level.
Father,
cosplayer,
Mentor.
actor.
it's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward.
Come together.
and discover
How accepting our differences
can make us
stronger.
People do some pretty cool things in their 40s and 50s. Why should saving for retirement be any different? I mean, they go back to college, learn new instruments, start skateboarding. Okay, maybe that one's not for everybody, but saving for retirement is. With aceyourretirement.org, you can get on track with your retirement savings no matter your age. Just have a 3-minute chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach from AARP. You'll get personalized recommendations based on your input that are easy to understand and work with your lifestyle. It's quick, easy, and free. Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back.
Woo-hoo! Gnarly move, Dad.
Thanks, sweetie.
So wherever you are in your retirement savings journey, head to aceyourretirement.org and start chatting with Avo today. That's aceyourretirement.org.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
When I left the military, I was excited for a fresh start, but civilian life has been harder than I thought it would be. Figuring out a new career while also being a good mom, wife, and friend. Some days I'm barely keeping my head above water.
Go to your room!
To get back to enjoying life again, I needed to get help. Discover how other women veterans like me have learned to thrive after military service by taking care of themselves and their mental health. Visit maketheconnection.net/womenveterans.
We welcome you back to Mahtomedi High School. This top 10 matchup between the Zephyrs and the Bears has been as good as advertised. Mahtomedi leading it 2-1 after one half of play. We're going to take a look at our in-game stats. Let's take a look at the highlights first. Excuse me. Bears got on the board early. We talked about a lot of offensive opportunities for the Bears. I see that header that goes off the side, but the loose ball able to be cleaned up by number 19, Abby O'Brien. That put the Bears on top, 1-0. Then the penalty shot, the penalty drawn in the box by Hillstrom. Hillstrom able to bury the penalty shot. That tied the match at 1. And then very late in the first half, that great play by Audrey Berry to stay with it and just lift it over the right hand of the White Bear Lake goaltender, Autumn Mackey. 3 shots on goal for Mahtomedi, 4 for the Bears. 3 saves in that first half for Paige Jansen of the Zephyrs. Talked about just the 3 shots on goal for the Zephyrs. We talked about not a lot of offensive opportunities, but definitely making the most of the opportunities that they had. About a little less than 4 minutes away from resuming play here in the second half, as we'll take a look at the section realignment. The big news over this past off-season was they added a third class for soccer. Section 4 AAA, White Bear Lake, a number of other East Metro schools. Mahtomedi in Section 4 AA. As you think about the new section alignments, we're going to take another break here on SEC Sports. Number 3, Mahtomedi 2, number 10, White Bear Lake 1. After the first half, we're going to come back with the second half action right after this.
When we walk, when we reach, when we play, we're moving through life. Lately, we haven't been moving enough. An estimated 80% of Americans aren't getting their recommended daily physical activity. This is a health crisis, and the solution is in our hands and our feet. It's on our shoulders, it's on our backs, it's in our souls. It's time to move and keep moving, America. Wherever you are, however you can. Movement reduces your risk of diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. It improves your brain function, pain management, and immune system. And when you need help, physical therapists and physical therapist assistants are by your side, increasing your strength and mobility and improving your quality of life through prescribed exercise and teamwork. Because we are meant to climb, to dance, to soar, to thrive. Choose to move. Choose physical therapy.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Hey guys, today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Give kisses. Look. Give kisses. Give kisses. You heard how loud that was.
I
How can
know,
you sleep
I heard,
through that?
I heard. It wasn't you.
Yeah.
It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Bacon.
My daughter started making necklaces. She makes what we call affirmation fashion. I tell her every day that your black is beautiful. Your black is beautiful. Your black is beautiful. And if there's anything better than being beautiful, it's being smart. And if there's anything better than being smart, it's being kind. And reaffirming that every day is our method of making sure her chin never drops.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
Back here at Mahtomedi High School, all set for the second half between the Bears and the Zephyrs. Zephyrs getting that goal right before halftime to put them up 2-1. The teams will switch sides, or should say have switched sides. And we are all ready to go for the second half. Sun has gone down. It has cooled off quite a bit. Very cool breeze blowing from the far side to the near side of the field. Zephyrs will begin the second half the way that they started the first one as they quickly drive the ball into the White Bear Lake zone. Trying to center it, but it deflects off as it's picked up by the goaltender, Mackey. Zephyrs will look to put together some sustained offensive pressure. They've got the lead, but didn't spend a lot of time in the White Bear Lake end in that first half, all in all. Bears, for their part, spent a lot of time in the offensive zone in the early going, but the Zephyr defense tightened up, took away a lot of those chances that the Bears were putting together in the early going. Zephyrs trying to work their ball out of their own zone through the middle, if the Bears will hold briefly, and then it's sent back into the the White Bear end. Mackey will just kind of send that back to where it came from. The whistle blows. It looked momentarily like the Zephyrs were going to come away with that, perhaps a chance for Lafreniere, but the whistle blows.
Over here. Roll the ball in. Right there, right there.
Bears will set up for a free kick off the whistle. 2 minutes into the second half. Bears got the first goal, but the Zephyrs got the 2 after that, and they have the 2-1 lead. Zephyrs trying to work it up the far boundary. The whistle blows. The Bears will try to get back to the way that they were playing in the early going, which was putting a lot of pressure on the Mahtomedi defense and the Mahtomedi goaltender Jansen. Driven toward the net off the crossbar. It's a great look off the free kick for White Bear Lake. That caught the horizontal iron. The Bears with that great look off the free kick came within an inch of tying the match. Zephyrs with it now in the White Bear Lake zone as this one will squirt through. Bears along the far boundary. Played back across midfield now by Mahtomedi. Past the 5-minute mark of the second half. Mahtomedi leading at 2-1. The goal in the 12th minute and the goal in the 38th minute. White Bear Lake getting theirs in the 7th minute, so they had a 1-0 lead for a few minutes. Ball popped high in the air, wasn't a particularly effective kick out of the box, and eventually comes back to Mackey, who will punt it away a second time. The Bears with the free kick here will look to get it deep into the Zephyr end. Johnson able to stay with it for the Bears. She drops it off for a opportunity that's pushed just wide.
Yes, sir, Jacob! Yes, sir!
We'll take a look at the replay of that free kick a moment ago that went off the crossbar, and it got a little bit further to the left. It might have had enough distance on it to sneak under.
I got to do it.
Nonetheless, that was the best Bears scoring opportunity, I think, since the goal in the early going for White Bear Lake. Bears quickly work it in off the throw-in from the near side from Eckerly. Mahtomedi with a perfect record when they led at the half last season, 6-0-0.
Zephyr substitution number 10, Olmschmidt.
Both teams off to good starts this season, with White Bear Lake coming in at 2-0. The Zephyrs, this is their second game as they won their opener. So each team looking to keep their good start going. Bears trying to catch up to it. They'll be able to set up in the offensive end as it's poked out. Whistle blowing here with some contact on the near side. Schmidtiel was down there. Bears will get a free kick. We'll see how the Bears want to approach. As Smith will set up, and then she's getting some instructions from the sideline. Smith centers it. It will be grabbed out of the mess by Jansen. Zephyrs will push the pace, quickly get it upfield. Sent toward the net. Nice move by both the forwards for the Zephyrs working their way in. And that was Coy and the goaltender Mackey who came out of the box to disrupt that opportunity.
Zephyrs, number 4, Lafreniere, and number 16, Metzel.
The Zephyrs off the throw-in. Sent toward the net, picked up by Mackey on a hop. We come to the 10-minute mark of the second half. All three goals thus far scored in the first half of play. Dropped down toward the near side, played along the near side boundary by the Zephyrs. Hillstrom, who had one of the 2 goals in the first half. That one, the one that came on the penalty shot. Whistle blows on the throw-in. Faulkner will get a second chance. Zephyrs along the far side boundary, trying to center it as it's deflected back up toward the far side. Work down along the near side into the corner. And that will be the first Zephyr corner opportunity of the match.
Let's keep it going, Paige.
Hillstrom will elect to just drop it in softly off the corner. Zephyrs will quickly collect another opportunity. Hillstrom will send it toward the goal this time as the Bears will head it off toward the far boundary. Just poked wide.
number 23, Smith, and number 28, Malloy.
Bears working it back toward midfield, but the Zephyrs able to hold it in the White Bear end. Bears able to briefly push it past midfield, but Mahtomedi right back in with it. Now the Bears able to take it away. Played ahead for Smith. Smith, though, has it picked up pretty much right off of the foot by the goaltender, Jansen. And the Zephyrs will quickly work it back into the White Bear Lake side as Lafreniere will try to center it. Off toward the far boundary. The Bears will look to get something going if they're able to carry it into the Zephyr end. Zephyr's good defense in the middle. We will get a stoppage of play.
For White Bears, number 21, Creighton.
Not really sure what happened, but we are ready to resume play. Zephyrs with good defense off the throw-in, and they're able to work it across the midfield line. Bears will quickly work it along the far boundary. Good defense from the Zephyrs again, making it difficult for the Bears to get set up offensively. Bears trying to get out of their own end. They're not able to do so. Somewhat flipping the script from the first half. A lot more time being spent down in the Bears' defensive end than we saw in that first half. Worked in the middle. It's popped high in the air. Breaks free for the Bears, trying to split the defense. It just rolls a little bit too far. Stockness will get set to boot it away. Bears able to knock it down. Shot on goal, snagged by Jansen.
Denver substitutions number 8, Selman, number 14, Holst.
Jansen will scoop this one up on a bounce. Another shot on goal, snagged by Jansen off of the turf. Bears trying to stay out of trouble in their own end. Mahtomedi sets up with it, streaking down the near side boundary. It's Lafreniere.
Running out of the field for the Zephyrs, number 2, Barry.
Tillstrom will wait for Barry to get settled before the throw-in. Barry, who had the goal right before halftime. We come to the midpoint of the second half. Mahtomedi still holding on to that 2-1 lead. All the goals in the game came in the first half. White Bear Lake had one golden opportunity off a free kick here in the second half that banged off the crossbar. Zephyrs look to work it across midfield, but are turned back. Becca Smith will drop it off behind her. Now faked the drop pass, worked it into the middle. Whistle blows as O'Brien was about to take off with it. So Bryan sends it into the middle of the field where it's knocked down, poked off toward the far side. Still plenty of time left to go.
12, come on. Running out of the field for the Zephyrs, number 1, Noreen. Number 15, Hunt, and number 20, McCreary.
Bears forced to play it back from their own end. Zephyr is able to knock it down. Working through midfield with it is Graybo. And just pushed wide, that drew some ooze from the crowd, and how close that opportunity was. Lafreniere just tipped away. Corner opportunity knocked down. Zephyrs will have another corner opportunity. This will be their fourth of the half. About as many as the Bears had in the first half. Corner chances 5 for White Bear Lake, 4 now for Mahtomedi.
Substitutions for the Bears, number 5, Holfeld, and number 14, Savanya. On the Zephyr side, we got number 5, Coy.
Zephyrs quickly working it upfield, with the Bears converging on the ball. Contact draws a foul as we approach the 25-minute mark of the second half. Still plenty of time, just a 1-goal advantage for Mahtomedi. Caitlin Bielke will set up for the free kick opportunity. Lightly sends it toward the net, snagged out of the air by Mackey. Zephyrs at midfield with it. Nice job, able to get this one through, but it's rolling just a little bit too fast, and Mackey will be the first one to get on top of it. Bears trying to break across midfield. This one bounces away from Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Bears number 17, Moore. On the Zephyrs, we've got number 6, Lindquist.
The all-conference midfielder Lauren Eckerly off the throw-in. Eckerly, who had a spectacular 2020 campaign. Those honors were well-deserved. The Zephyrs will be able to clear it back out across midfield. Streaking in is Lafreniere. Lafreniere was able to generate the opportunity as she sends it toward the goal. The centering feed, though, just out of reach. She was trying to get it to Holst. Zephyrs able to recover. whistle blows for a foul. Bears waste no time in restarting. They will advance into the Mahtomedi end. Zephyrs look to break out from their own end. They will be able to get it across midfield. Too far ahead for Holst as Mackey will play it back toward midfield. Bears able to advance it into the Mahtomedi end, looking for the equalizing goal. Battle for the ball, and the ball able to be cleared back toward midfield, but the Bears able to maintain possession of it. The offsides flag goes up. Laney Selman, one of those key defenders on this Mahtomedi squad. The Zephyrs will look to keep it a 2-1 advantage. All 3 goals in the game came in the first half thus far. We come toward the 30-minute mark of the second half. Bears got on the board first with the goal from O'Brien. And then the Hillstrom goal on the penalty shot tied it for Mahtomedi. And then with just over a minute left in the first half, the beautiful goal, the goal of the, would definitely say the play of the match, Audrey Berry with the goal to put the Zephyrs on top 2-1. Still time left, with the Bears starting to think about that clock a little bit more. Bears have it in the Mahtomedi end. Toward Becca Smith. Contact along the back line.
In for the Zephyrs, it's 9, Buki, 10, Ulmschmidt, and 11, Hillstrom.
Zephyrs likely not in any hurry here. We come down toward 8.5 minutes to go.
Hey, watch the inside shoulder. Keep there. Yeah, Audrey. Yeah. Audrey, keep going. Come on, Drew, hurry up. Audrey, score. Audrey, go coast to coast.
Bears will set up for an important throw. Pulled out of the air by Jansen. Zephyrs will look to ease the pressure and get it into the Bears' end. Mackey will come toward the front of the box. Punched free for Lafreniere. Down toward the near boundary. She tries to center it. It comes in on Mackey, who picks it up harmlessly. Nice work trying to push the ball toward the net.
Get it.
Head for Becca Smith. Whistle blows. Mahtomedi trying to hold on to that 2-1 lead. Crowd wanting a handball, but they're not going to get one. A lot of one-goal games over the years between these two teams, including four of the last 5. That includes the most recent one 2 years ago. In 2019, the last time these two teams met, that was a 2-1 victory for White Bear Lake.
The Bears are 28, Malloy.
Bears starting to run out of time a little bit as we come down to 5 minutes left to play. Good defense by the Zephyrs down on the near side. That was Hillstrom.
Tanner! Hey! Oh, off the head. Yes, sir!
Zephyrs unable to clear as it was knocked down in the middle by Simonik. Zephyrs now able to work it through. Zephyrs in, the shot scores! Is buried for the second time in the match. A huge goal that gives the Zephyrs a 2-goal lead with 4:09 left to play. So Audrey Berry had the huge goal to give the Zephyrs the lead, and now a potentially even bigger goal that gives the Zephyrs a little bit of breathing space. We come down to 4 minutes left to play. Bears really with no more time to waste. Zephyrs working down toward the near side. So the Zephyrs pretty close to a big win over another top 10 team, a team from just around the other side of the lake. White Bear Lake got the first goal, but the Zephyrs have got the 3 that followed. Barry with her second of the game, coming in the 35th minute. Desperation time for the Bears as they get it into the Mahtomedi end. Zephyrs able to clear it back out across midfield as it will find its way between a couple of Bears. Mackey will play it down toward the near side. 2 minutes remaining in the match with the Zephyrs leading by 2 at 3-1. Becca Smith. Smith bends it off toward the far side. Bears will have a corner opportunity here. It's met in the middle by the Zephyrs. Played off toward the far side.
One minute.
Jansen picking up the loose ball. She will send it deep into the night toward midfield. Zephyrs will be away for their next 3, starting out overall with 5 of their first 6 away from Mahtomedi High School. This is the lone home game in those first 6 games. They'll be at Woodbury on Thursday.
And for the Zephyrs, number 14, Holt.
Yeah, Drew!
We come down toward the final 10 seconds.
10, 9, 8.
Mahtomedi was able to weather the early storm as the Bears will get a goal here in the final seconds to draw within 1. So that will add to the 1-goal match totals. Will be 6 of the last 7. The goal scored by Lauren Eckerly. We talked about the
scoring for the Bears, number 10, Lauren Eckerly.
all-conference honors that she earned last year. A little bit of a delay as they will put a few seconds on the clock.
Snipe it! Big sniper from the 50-yard line. Big sniper.
They will just keep the time down on the field. Only 8 seconds remaining.
3, 2, 1.
Now the match becomes official with the Zephyrs winning 3-2. They get 2 goals from Audrey Berry. Big goal right before halftime, and the insurance goal that turned out to be a critical moment in the game as the Bears got that goal in the final seconds from Eckerly to draw within one. But the Zephyrs win the clash of the top 10 teams. They win it by a score of 3-2. Zephyrs had to weather some difficult moments early. A lot of pressure from White Bear offensively in the first half. The Bears did get the first goal of the game. But the Zephyrs tightened things up defensively and were able to keep the Bears off the scoreboard again until the game was no longer in doubt. Well, the Zephyrs win, and they will go on a 3-game road swing away from Mahtomedi High School. Looking ahead for White Bear Lake. They will take on Lakeville South they will not take on Lakeville South. Their next game will be a week from tonight at Two Rivers at Henry Sibley High School. On behalf of our SEC Sports crew, I'm Patrick Lulia. It's been a pleasure to have you along with us this evening. Top 10 soccer matchup that did not disappoint one bit. Mahtomedi wins it by a final score of 3-2, courtesy of the 2 goals from Berry. So we will catch you soon from a field near you. On behalf of David Schuyler and Arlen and all of our friends here on the SEC Sports crew, have a good night.